Cox Mill was unstoppable throughout the season, winning the first 8 games before losing to 3 powerhouse teams in popular basketball tournaments, the Chick-fil-A and the Beach Bowl Classic.
The first 8 games was, it was trial and error. You see what you got. You just hope your kids blend together and you don't lose one that you're not supposed to lose. And we got through that first part.
I think as a team, we was playing pretty good, but personally, I don't think I was playing like I was capable of at the beginning of the year. It took me a while to get my, get going with the guys and stuff like that. But I mean, we started off like we wanted to. I don't think we wanted to lose a game this year, obviously. But
the Providence second time around, we played Providence Day down at Chick-fil-A Classic. We didn't play well, and kudos to Coach Fields and their defensive game plan. They really packed it in on us, playing a really soft man inside the paint and daring us to shoot it from the outside, and we couldn't make shots. And we were even missing layups on fast breaks, and we just didn't play well. I thought we played pretty well defensively, but offensively we were bad. Then we go into Beach Ball Classic, won our first 2 games, then end up blowing a 13-point lead to Long Island Lutheran. Wendell goes out. We're up, I think 9. It was 9 when Wendell went out. He had got popped in the mouth, and he ended up having to go out, and they had to tape him up because he ended up getting stitches after the game. And that time I had took him out. It showed you how important it is to the team. 9-point lead went to nothing, like really fast, and couldn't get the bleeding stopped. By the time we got him back in there, they took the momentum, and then we came back, bounced back next night and played against DeMatha, finished nationally ranked 6th in the nation. Had them. Wendell goes to the line, missed 2 free throws that would have sealed the deal, or at least put us up by 3 with 9 seconds left. He missed both. They get the rebound. They drive it right down our throat and go score on a layup, and they win the game. And Wendell really took it hard. He sat in the hallway and on the brink of tears. It's just frustration on his part. He felt like he let himself and his teammates down. And as a coach, it tore me up. To sit there and watch a kid be so hard on himself over a regular season game was frustrating for me. But as a coach, I had to pick him up and get him up off the floor and say, hey man, you'll get that back at some point in time this season. You'll get it back. Just believe in yourself and believe in your teammates, and let's keep playing. That's the last time we lost. So it was an impressive run from there.
Because all those were tough games. There was no easy games there. So it just made us better as a team.
Even though there were losses, I still feel like we were still playing pretty good. Like we should have won most of those games, not all 3 of them. But I feel like I was saying, just the experience for the younger guys and all of us, honestly, getting a feel for each other in those big games, who's gonna step up and all that. So I just feel like it was a pretty good experience.
After working out the kinks, they would go on to win the last 12 games before playoffs.
The team played great. It's probably the best that we were as a team all season. After that last loss, we came together, and we just knew they were something that we wanted to do, was win the state championship game, and we had to win all those games to do that.
We way more together this year. We seem more like a family this year. We did a lot of things together, and I think that was the difference between this year and last year, what set us apart from our record.
Their dominance wouldn't stop during the regular season. They won their first 4 games by more than 20.
As a coach, it doesn't matter who you play. You always try to get as much film as you can. If you can go see them live, go see them live. And I was fortunate enough to get to see Mount Tabor and Southwest Guilford play in their conference tournament. It happened to be on the opposite night of ours. So me and my assistant coach, Eric Clark, we rode up and watched that game at Mount Tabor. And when I watched both of them, I thought, we were better than them, but they also scared me at the same time, because I knew if we didn't come in prepared, we could have a letdown. So we beat 3 teams out of that conference. That was probably the best conference in the state of North Carolina this year, and we handled Mount Tabor and Southwest Guilford pretty well. But I thought we played really well, and defensively, you hear at home, you got the crowd and sold out crowds, and the kids were just playing at the top of their game, and we were able to make them turn it over, speed them up, get them uncomfortable, and I think that was the deciding factor. Once we did that, it kind of took them out of what they wanted to do.
Coach really made sure we came in not taking anything for granted. We could get beat any second, and he just kept reminding us, one game at a time. So using that mindset.
The Chargers would face their biggest challenge so far in the playoffs in the next round.
So, Coach, you're going to the regional finals against Cox Mill. We were able to go watch them Saturday. What can you say going into this game this coming Saturday?
Well, obviously, I think they're the best team in the state, regardless of class. So it's going to take a hell of a game plan. It's going to take some luck. It's going to take some blessings from above. But, you know, we're going to work hard this week and see if we can put a little game plan together to try to face them. You know, nobody's come within 25, 30 points of them in the state playoffs. So, you know, it's going to be a really big task.
The Ben L. Smith Golden Eagles of Greensboro had a remarkable season of their own, led by this guy, Isaiah Bigelow. The 27-3 Golden Eagles were ready to put up a fight against Cox Mill, especially since they were so close to home.
The game plan didn't really change. We know like their bodies were obviously bigger, it was a longer court. So I mean we got extra conditioning in and stuff like that, but other than that the game plan didn't change.
Ben L. Smith jumped out to an early lead in the first quarter. Isaiah Bigelow and guard Cameron Hayes were off to a hot start.
I mean, I just think we had to just settle down as a team. I mean, we knew that we were better than them. And I mean, we didn't play so well in the first quarter. I mean, but we just had to settle down as a team and then come together.
Wendell Moore Jr. had only 5 points in the first period, but that soon changed.
Playing against them, you know, it was a lot of, you know, right after you got done with the regional semifinal game, it was right back to the drawing board. You know, it was game plan for them. And I hadn't seen them live. I was able to get film on them, and we spent hours of just breaking down film. And I felt like the one thing that we could do, you know, Bigelow was going to get his points. He could score. And I knew we couldn't just completely shut him down, but I always say if you can take the head off the snake, you stand a really good chance at winning games. And I think we did that in the second half when we took Cody Klein and put Cody on Cameron Hayes and just took him out of the ball game and kind of got him frustrated. And Cameron was frustrated. Cameron's a great player. There's no doubt about it, but I thought Cody did a really good job, him and Jalen coming in, face guarding him, not allowing him to catch the ball. You take their point guard away from him, then it becomes a different ball game. And I felt like we did that in that second half and we were able to pull away.
Yeah, that's just my role. I know my role on the team. I know what I got to do and what I don't got to do. So that's just things I have to do for the team.
As soon as the second period started, Carrawell hits a three, and the Chargers go on an 8-0 run for the first 3 minutes.
You got to keep fighting. You know, you got to play. You can't get frustrated. We got to defend. We can't turn it over, and we got to capitalize anything easy baskets we got to have. And in that second quarter, Caleb comes out and knocks that three down. We take the lead, and I don't think we lost the lead from there.
The Chargers closed out the first half with a 30-26 lead. The third quarter was evenly played, but Wendell started being Wendell.
I mean, my teammates just trusted me. I just do what I normally do. I mean, they gave me the ball. They just allowed me to make plays.
For him, the game just comes so easy, you know, on offensive end. Like, he just makes scoring look so natural to him. It's just like a God-given talent. And he's just, I don't know, I guess when he gets in the zone, like, you can really tell because he's on.
The fourth quarter became interesting when the Golden Eagles cut the Chargers' lead to just 45-51 with 6 minutes to go. With 4:15 to go, Isaiah Bigelow picks up his fourth foul and sits.
I mean, that was our guy. So, I mean, like when he went out the game, it made it a lot easier for us.
You know, he's real timid. You know, obviously he has 4 fouls, so he doesn't want to pick up that fifth, so he's kind of playing real cautious, so let's take advantage of that.
Cox Mill acted upon their advantage, winning the game 61-48. Wendell Moore Jr. owned the regionals with 32 points.
You have to admire the way he plays the game, and he was just going in, rebounding the basketball. He would pump fake, get to the rim. They couldn't stop him, they'd foul him. You know, he really put us on his back, and that was the conversation I had with him at halftime. I was like, for us to get to the state championship game, you know, as much as this kid and this kid and this kid means to us, you're the key to this whole thing. You're the motor that makes this Cadillac run. You really got to take over the game. And he did that. I mean, he did it in different areas of defense. He did it on rebounding, getting his hands out and deflecting, and then scoring points. That's what he does best. That's what makes him the player he is.